feature, Swinny.
Yes, so this isn't going to be a long one because the game isn't a long one. It's a little game that I played this week that was came out of nowhere. So mentioned it earlier in the show, Cave Story. So the game that came out in 2004, almost kind of like the original indie darling. You know, on Wikipedia, I was reading it. They said it really well. It's like the quintessential indie game, developed by one person, blew up in popularity, kind of really influenced a lot of, the next wave of indie titles to talk about things like your Super Meat Boy and your Fez. They kind of all have Pixel, who's the guy, Daisuke Amaya, the one guy behind Cave Story, kind of, was a huge influence for a lot of these developers. But anyway, so we had a game come out this week. It's free. It's on Steam, GOG, and Epic Game Store. It's limited time, apparently. I reckon it will probably run until maybe, the end of the month, I reckon. And it's called Cave Story's Secret Santa. And for anyone that loves Cave Story, which is like a side-scroller shooter with some light Metroidvania elements, this plays absolutely nothing like Cave Story, so don't expect it to. All this is basically like a little mini Christmas stealth game. And it's just really, really cool. It's only took me about an hour to beat, so it's very short. It's a very small download as well, so you can just literally install it, play it for an hour, and be done with it. You could probably even play through half of it before you're like, okay, cool, I've seen what I want to see. So I mentioned it's a stealth game. It's obviously set in the world of Cave Story, but as an actual game itself, it's very, very much like a classic Metal Gear style stealth game where you're avoiding guards with cones of vision. You do get it does start adding some complexity, like there's vents and you have to find a pry bar in the level to open the vents. There's like little rubber ducks that you can step on to attract the guards away from from their post. There's even like a little empty present box that you jump in, like the cardboard box from Metal Gear Solid, which is a really cool homage there. And as I said, it's like, you navigate from, I think it's about 20 something levels, and you navigate between them on a like Super Mario World style map. And honestly, that's all there is to the game. There's not a lot of story to it. It's just a very basic setup. It's obviously stars some characters from the Cave Story universe. This wasn't developed solely by Pixel. Nicalis, I believe it's pronounced, the company that since essentially owns Cave Story. And I'm not going to get into big politics of that. The Steam reviews are very mixed because a lot of people don't like.
They hate that publisher.
Yeah, apparently the way they, Anyway, I'm not going to get into it. As a game, I think it's really, really fun. It's gorgeous. It's just a fun little thing.
Can I just ask, why does this exist? It's cool, and I'm definitely downloading it, but I don't understand why.
Spyware.
So to give.
For the Illuminati.
To basically explain, with Cave Story, so the original came out 2004. Then they ported the game to WiiWare and DSiWare in 2010, so 6 years later. There was an upgraded version called Cave Story Plus.
Yeah, which is the one I played.
Yeah, they made a 3D remake on 3DS.
Oh, I played that one as well.
Wow.
Yeah. And the Switch got a port of the Cave Story Plus in 2017. There's never been a full sequel or anything.
Got that one.
And just out of nowhere in 2021, Christmas.
So weird.
But it's cool. Like, it's obviously just a little thing for them to, like, just, remind people that the company exists and the brand exists. I would love a Cave Story 2. I don't think the fans would probably like if it's not made by Pixel, but he's gone on to make, new games and stuff. So, anyway,
but Nicalis,
I like this.
or whatever, however you say their thing, they make a lot of other games, right?
Yeah. So, they, what was the game I was thinking of before? I'm on there now.
Binding of Isaac, that's like
Binding of Isaac.
They published that as well.
Elite Quest, which I quite like. They've done lots of smaller games, but that's their thing.
VV.
Yeah, like these pixel games, 2D art, it's kind of their thing. So yeah, anyway, nice little fun.
I just feel like maybe they must be working on Cave Story 2 or a spin-off or something. Well, seems so strange to release this.
But I mean, they use the Cave Stories a lot in just their general branding and stuff. So it's probably more, even though it's obviously Cave Story Secret Santa, it's probably more like a Nick Callis, or however you say it. just like a gift to their fans, as opposed to okay, it's a gift specifically to Cave Story fans.
Maybe they're
But,
trying to mend bridges and stuff like that.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
fun
No,
little thing.
look, that's cool. If you're saying it's good, worthwhile playing.
Worthwhile playing if you're a fan of Cave Story and if you're a fan of little stealth games. If you don't like stealth games, this game's not going to be your bag at all. But again, it's
okay.
only an hour long, so
I'll try
and
it
I think Intergot, you said you're not a big fan of stealth games, so I don't think you'd like this. So,
Did I say that I don't like stealth?
or at least
games?
stealth in games, maybe when there's other options.
Oh yeah.
That
That's
might
like
be
the
what
Yeah,
you
it just
actually
likes to
said.
go in all
Yeah,
guns blazing.
Yeah, no,
So
I
you
like
would,
it in
be a horrible Assassin's Creed player.
Yeah, no, I'd like it in things like Metal Gear Solid, like that's
Yeah,
fine.
okay,
In Deus
yeah,
Ex,
okay.
like that's cool. But
Yeah.
it's when it's like you could just run in and shoot people. I'll just
Yeah.
always do that. Like there's no way I'm stealthy.
Maybe give it a shot. It's such a short little thing.
I might. It looks cool. Any other thoughts, Mike, before we jump into our
No,
final
just this
impressions?
a random thought is this reminded me of a game called Unmetal. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yeah, I've heard of
It's like
Unmetal.
a parody. I don't know if you could call it a parody of Metal Gear, but it's along those lines.
Yeah, so
looks fun.
yeah, I remember it actually came out this year, but I thought it was older. Anyway,
Yeah, I
Unmetal.
thought it was older too.
Yeah.
It's called Unmetal. Yeah,
yeah.
Okay.
it's sort of a parody of the whole Metal Gear genre.
All right. Well, let's jump into what everyone's been waiting